Have you ever felt like no matter how much you earn, you're still anxious about money? Or maybe you've tried budgeting, hustling, or even investing, yet something still feels off. Here's a surprising thought. What if the answers to your money stress weren't found in a financial planner, but in the teachings of the Buddha? Today we're diving into 5 powerful Buddhist habits that can completely transform your relationship with money. These aren't just spiritual concepts. They're practical habits that lead to peace, clarity, and true abundance. But first, let me ask you, do you think it's possible to be both financially stable and spiritually free? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're seeking wisdom that brings both inner peace and outer security, hit that subscribe button. This is Buddhist Banknotes, where money meets mindfulness. Now let's begin. Habit number 1. Practice mindful spending. Mindfulness is the cornerstone of Buddhism. It means awareness, being fully present. And when it comes to money, mindfulness is a superpower. Every time you spend, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this a craving or a necessity? Is this purchase coming from intention or from habit? Most people spend on autopilot. They click, swipe, tap without thinking, then wonder where their money went. But Buddhist mindfulness breaks that pattern, slows you down. It helps you reconnect with your values. You don't need to track every cent obsessively, but bringing mindful attention to how and why you spend changes everything. You'll buy less impulsively. You'll buy with purpose. And often, you'll realize that the peace you were chasing with a purchase was already within you. This habit alone can reduce financial stress dramatically, because you stop spending from lack and start spending from clarity. Habit number 2. Cultivate gratitude daily. Sounds simple, but gratitude is transformative. In Buddhism, contentment is considered a form of wealth. There's even a saying, contentment is the greatest treasure. When you wake up and give thanks for what you already have, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. You no longer feel like you're behind. You stop comparing. You begin to feel full, even if your bank account isn't overflowing. Here's a simple practice. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, specifically related to money. Could be a meal you could afford, a bill you paid, a small gift you gave, a moment of generosity from someone else. This daily habit rewires your brain. It helps you see how much you already have. And from that place of gratitude, you make better financial decisions, because you're not acting out of desperation or envy. Gratitude brings calm. Calm brings clarity. And clarity brings wise action. Habit number 3. Embrace simplicity. The Buddha taught that craving is the root of suffering. And in the modern world, craving is everywhere. Endless ads, targeted marketing, influencers showing off luxury. It's easy to feel like you need more to be happy. But Buddhism offers a different path, the path of simplicity. Simplicity doesn't mean deprivation, doesn't mean being cheap. It means choosing what truly matters. Ask yourself, what do I actually need to feel at peace? What purchases are adding value, and what's just noise? When you embrace simplicity, your finances change. You spend less. You save more. And most importantly, you stop being a slave to consumer culture. This is not about going minimalist overnight. It's about slowly removing what doesn't serve you. Declutter your home. Declutter your budget. Declutter your lifestyle. The less you carry, the lighter you feel. And the lighter you feel, the freer you become. Habit number 4. Give regularly, even when it's hard. In Buddhism, generosity, called dana, is a foundational practice. It's not just a nice thing to do. It's a habit that liberates you from fear, greed, and ego. When you give, whether it's money, time, food, or support, you're training your mind to let go. You're telling yourself, I have enough to share. I trust that abundance will return. I am not defined by what I cling to. Now here's the key. Give even when it feels a little uncomfortable. Not recklessly, not to impress others, but as a gentle practice of non-attachment. Start with something small. A few coins to someone in need. A donation to a cause you believe in. Even buying a meal for someone without expecting anything back. The act of giving softens the heart. And paradoxically, it often opens the door for more abundance to enter. People who give regularly tend to feel richer, not because they have more, but because they live with more purpose. Make generosity a habit, not a one-time act. Habit number 5. Reflect on impermanence and security. This may sound strange, but one of the most empowering Buddhist habits is to regularly reflect on impermanence. Everything changes. Money comes. Money goes. Jobs are lost. Investments rise and fall. Even your financial goals will shift. The Buddha taught that clinging to what is impermanent causes suffering. So the question is, where do you place your sense of security? If your identity and peace depend entirely on money, you'll always feel threatened. But if your peace comes from within, if your worth isn't tied to your net worth, then no matter what happens, you remain grounded. Here's a practical way to apply this habit. Set aside time each month to reflect on your financial fears. Ask yourself, what am I afraid to lose? What would happen if I had less? What would still remain even if I lost my income? This is not about being negative. It's about strengthening inner security. True security comes from spiritual grounding. When you reflect on impermanence, not as a threat but as a reality, you learn to flow with change. You build inner resilience, and that inner resilience becomes your greatest wealth. Final reflection. If you practice these 5 Buddhist habits, your financial life will shift. Not just externally, but internally. You'll spend with awareness, save with gratitude, live with less, give with purpose, and find peace beyond numbers. Let's recap. 1. Practice mindful spending. 2. Cultivate gratitude daily. 3. Embrace simplicity. 4. Give regularly. 5. Reflect on impermanence. These are not overnight hacks. They are lifelong habits. But they lead to something more valuable than just money. They lead to freedom. So here's your gentle challenge. Pick one of these habits. Just one. Practice it for the next 7 days. Then come back and share in the comments what shifted for you. And if this resonated, I invite you to subscribe for more Buddhist wisdom on money, life, and peace. This is Buddhist Banknotes. Thank you for walking this path with me.